Welcome, welcome, welcome. In this episode, we're going to be talking about less hustle, more flow. So if you're an entrepreneur, then I'm sure you've heard people talking about the hustle, the grind, right? You need to hustle to get ahead. You need to hustle to reach your goals. And, if you've been hustling and grinding and you're just not getting anywhere, then this is for you. This is really for you, right? So if you find yourself taking so much action, working all the time, constantly learning new things, implementing new skills, new processes, and just taking so much action, but just not getting anywhere near your goals or just feeling so stuck, then this is for you, right? This is for you, because how is that feeling? How is that really feeling? All that hustle, all the hard work, it is exhausting, right? I have been there. I get it completely. And here's the thing. If you feel like you are working so hard and not making any progress, then you know in your soul that something has to shift, right? Something has to shift. Because the thing is that no amount of action will compensate for misaligned energy, right? There is no amount of action that will compensate for misaligned energy. So if you're feeling like you're hustling and grinding and working so hard and not getting the results, the first place to look is your energy and your alignment. See, to get into a state of flow, you must be aligned with what you want to create. Because when you are aligned, like when you're really aligned with your goals, when you feel good about your goals, then you show up differently. You show up in a different energy. And it's your energy that creates, it's not your action. We are all energetic beings, and we communicate far more with our energy than we do with words. People can feel your energy, right? People can feel your energy. So you could literally copy and paste one of my posts, for example, that's had really good interaction or had really good results or feedback, and you could post that on your wall and not get anywhere near the same interaction and feedback, because it's been the energy behind the post, not necessarily the post or the action itself, right? So if you've got any sort of goal in your business, anything you're wanting to create, and you're feeling frustrated by the lack of that goal, if you're worried about it not coming, if you're in doubt about being able to create it and not really believing that you can, then you are focusing on what's not working, right? You're focusing on what's not working, and from there you have a low energy or a frantic energy or a desperate energy. And so when you take action, you're taking action from this frantic, desperate, low energy, and people can feel that. People can sense it, right? We are such energetic beings, and in the business world, in the entrepreneurial space especially, often this is discounted, right? Often the action is focused on so much, and people don't really talk about the energy. People don't really talk about the self-belief. People don't really talk about alignment. So this is where I'm coming from. If you want to work from a place of flow, if you want things to feel easier, if you want to feel good about your desires coming, then it's your alignment that you need to look at. Because when you're in alignment, you'll receive just little subtle nudges from the universe, inspiration, intuition for the action to take, right? It will always, when you're in alignment, all action you take is the right action. And when you learn to trust your intuition more, when you know you're in alignment, things unfold in such a beautiful way that you never could have planned, right? You never could have planned it. So this is the thing, even if you've got plans for the day, I'm just going to use an example, say when you're at a job, right? I'm going to use this example. So let's say you've got, just so I can demonstrate what I'm really talking about. So if you've got a ton of work to do at your job, for example, and you're stressed out about it, right? You go into the office feeling super stressed. And often actually entrepreneurs get into entrepreneurship because they're sick of having stressful jobs. So let's say you've had a job and you've got a lot on your plate, you've got a deadline, and you go into the office feeling super stressed about it, right? Your energy behind it is a stressed energy, right? It's an anxious energy. And on those days, you might have noticed that shit goes wrong. Maybe you forget to save a spreadsheet, or your computer crashes, or you have an argument with someone at work, or things just don't work out, right? So here's the thing. the reality of your workload doesn't change, right? You've got a certain amount of work, you've got a deadline, that is a fact. But what can change is the energy in which you approach something. So if you took some time to align your energy at the start of the day, focusing on the positive outcome, focusing on that task being done, that deadline being met, focusing on achieving what you wanted to achieve, having positive expectancy of it coming to fruition, it will bring about different results. If you go into the office knowing that it is going to get done, feeling good about it, trusting that things will flow, then things will fall into place easier. Either you'll simply just enjoy the process more, or maybe a colleague offers to help, or, the outcome will be different based on your energy and your alignment, right? When I was in my network marketing business, I took so much freaking action, right? But I wasn't aligned. I had a lot of doubt and scarcity. And so guess who I attracted, right? We are all magnetic. We are always attracting to us the energy we're giving off. So I had a lot of fear and self-doubt, and I did sign up team members, but a lot of them had a lot of fear and self-doubt too. And I just wanted to share another example of being in alignment. So a little while ago, I was doing a little online training in my Facebook group. Okay, so I was about to sit down and record. Actually, no, it was a training I was doing for an online course. So I was about to sit down and record the training. And then all of these rubbish trucks came by, right? And they're so noisy, I simply cannot record while the rubbish trucks are there. But I just had this little inspired thought. So I was like, okay, I'm going to have to wait until the rubbish trucks go before I can start recording. So I just had this little inspired thought to just do a little bit of a Facebook Live about the live training that I was doing that night. So I was about to do a live training that night. This was during the day. And so I just went down the end of my house where it was a little bit quieter and just did a little quick impromptu live about the Facebook training I was doing that night. It wasn't planned. It was just a little inspiration that came to me. And after doing that live, 2 people reached out to me and just said how much they loved my lives, how much they just enjoyed listening to me. And I sort of made 2 new connections that day, right? So I just want you to get how the little subtle nudges from the universe will show up when you're in alignment, right? When you're in alignment. So that morning I had aligned my energy with my business, with what I was trying to create, with what I was trying to bring in. And I felt fully aligned with it. I felt good about my business. I felt expectant of things coming to me. I was in a positive place with my business. And so from that place, you just receive little intuitive nudges that help guide you along your path, right? All the things that you think you should be doing in your business, there is probably a lot of them that you don't need to be doing at all, right? Often we have a whole long list of to-dos because somewhere along the line we have told ourselves this story, or someone else has told us that we should be doing all these things. Maybe you've got, if you've got an online business, perhaps you have a list of, I need to be doing this many posts a day or a week. I need to be doing this many emails. I need to be doing this many lives. I might need to be doing this many cold reach outs or, Facebook ads, whatever those things are. If you've got a long list of all these things that you feel like you should be doing, but they exhaust you, it is time to rip up that list. Seriously, it is time to rip up that list. So a really great process is to literally just sit down and write out all the things that you feel like you should be doing in your business, right? Write down all those things you feel that you should be doing. And then sit down with it and just ask yourself, what is it that I feel called to do? What is it that I love to do? And write down that list, right? Write down that list. And just have a look at how many things are on both lists and how many are not. Some of the things will be the same, but maybe there's a couple of tasks in your business that you've told yourself you need to do that just exhaust you. Get rid of them. Get rid of them. If they don't feel in alignment, if they don't feel good to you, get rid of them. Because here's the thing that I'll be talking about throughout all of the podcasts is that you get to choose how business is for you. Your success looks different to someone else, right? And you get to choose how things go for you. You don't have to do all the tasks that someone else does to be successful. You don't have to do all the tasks that you've read or listened to or someone has taught you that you have to do. I promise you, there are people making millions of dollars in completely different ways, right? In completely different ways. Some people do webinars and some people have funnels. Some people do none of that and they just do Instagram. Some people do YouTube. There are a million ways to have an incredibly successful business. And the beautiful thing about being an entrepreneur is that you get to choose what feels good to you, right? What feels good to you. And this is often one of the things when I work with clients that we just we look at in the beginning. It's like, what are all those things? Often entrepreneurs can feel overwhelmed, right? They're trying to do so much and trying to do so much by themselves, but they're doing all these tasks that exhaust them. And so what's also happening, and see, this is the thing, because it is our energy behind it, it's not the task that is good or bad, right? Nothing is good or bad. It's your energy behind it. If one of the things on your list is I feel like I have to write a certain number of posts a day, or like I said, reach out to a certain number of people a day, but that feels exhausting and you despise doing it, then the energy behind that is literally repelling your business, right? It's literally repelling your business. You want to be always taking action from a place of, I love my business. I feel so good about it. I know my desires are coming, and you take action from that place, right? So rip up that list of the shoulds and really come back to what you feel called to do. Now, how to get some alignment in your business, right? I'm going to just take you through some steps in a really basic way of how to find that alignment. So the first thing that you need to feel aligned with your business. So when I talk about being aligned with your business, it is different to just, or being aligned to business goals is different to just loving what you do, if that makes sense. So let's say you're a healer or a coach of some sort, and you love the actual process. Like you love the working one-on-one with clients, right? You love that actual work. But when you think about your business goals, you don't feel good about it. And what I mean by that is, like, you need to be clear on what you're wanting to create, right? To be able to take quantum leaps, to be able to move forward in a powerful way, you need to be clear on what you want. So step one is just to be clear on what you want. And let me just say, this is not what you don't want, right? That is different. So get clear on what you want. So get clear on what your goal might be for this month. For example, maybe it's a certain number of new clients, or somehow to expand your reach, or maybe it's a certain dollar value. Whatever that is, get clear on what it is you're trying to create, right? Get clear on what it is you're trying to create. And then every day you need to be spending some time focusing on that with positive intention, right? With positive expectancy. Visualizations are a great way to do this, right? So, but you need to be, the power of visualization, the power of that positive energy of seeing it already done, it's just so impactful, right? You need to step into fully believing that it's done. Now, another thing you can do is to really check in with how you feel about it. This is so important, right? So first step, really get clear on what you want. Second step, spend some time every day focusing on it, visualizing it, seeing it as done, have positive intention about that coming to fruition. Step 3, check in with the alignment. Really tune into how you feel, not what you think in your head, but really how you feel in your body about it. So let's say your goal for this month was 5 new clients, right? In your body, maybe put your hand on your heart. That's a great way to really tune into your body. How do you really feel about that? Like, what comes up? Like, on a scale of 1 to 10, how much do you believe that is actually going to happen, right? How do you feel about it in your body? And really tune into that, and let any negative stories or thoughts come up. Now, a great process to really start to shift things is journaling, but let those thoughts come up, acknowledge them. If you've got some limiting stories there, let those all flow out, right? Acknowledge those. I don't really believe it because I've never done it before, right? I don't have any sales calls booked in, therefore I don't believe I'm going to get it. I'm not feeling confident enough as a coach. I'm not feeling good enough because there are other people out there that are better than me. Allow all those negative stories to come up, right? Allow them. You've got to acknowledge them. You've got to acknowledge where the resistance is, where the misalignment is in your energy. And then gently, gently talk to those stories, right? Talk to those stories and try and soften them, alleviate them. Right? When you hear yourself say, well, I've never signed 5 clients before, gently talk to that part of you. But hang on, you have signed clients before. You've signed, clients in the past. Whether it's 1 client or 5 clients, you've still signed clients. Like, gently soften those stories. You want to shift your energy, deliberately shift your energy so that you are feeling better about your business. So you are feeling more positive expectation of it coming, right? So it's really checking in with how you're feeling, listening to any stories, limiting stories that come up, and slowly talking to those and shifting those. Because here's the thing, there is always a better feeling thought that you can choose. There is always a better feeling thought. Whatever story comes up, there is another story that you could activate which feels better to you now. So choose that, right? Just acknowledge that. And then when you are in that place of alignment, when you're feeling good about your business, take action and listen to any thoughts, listen to any inspiration, listen to any little nudges that you feel throughout the day, because these things are guiding you, right? Often it is just the little tiny ideas that come, the little intuitive thoughts. Often they don't make sense. Often they might just be small little ideas, but listen to them, because from that place of alignment, you are being guided, right? You are being guided. And when you live your life this way, when you live your business this way, things flow in a beautiful, beautiful way, right? Release those stories of all those things you feel like you should be doing. Just let them go. Who said that? Who decided that you needed to do all those things, right? Like I said, maybe someone told you, maybe you read it, maybe some guru said that this is the only way. But when you think about it, when you know that there are a million gurus out there teaching you all different things, right? And everyone says my way is the best way. Know that the best way for you is when you tune into how you feel and what feels good to you, what feels in alignment to you, right? Because success in any area of your life, not just business, success in any area of your life is 80% alignment, maybe 90% alignment, and like 10 or 20% action. So just know that, 100 hours of misaligned energy is not nearly as powerful as taking 15, 20 minutes out of your day to focus on what you want, align your energy, feel good about your business, and then take inspired action from there. Like 1 hour a day of positive, aligned energy is so much more powerful than 100 hours of misaligned energy. And like I said, trust me, I have spent hundreds and hundreds of hours taking action from misalignment. Right. And it's interesting. Like I know that it's not that the universe is ever trying to test us, but it's certainly trying to teach us. And for me, I am determined. I am, some might say, stubborn. And, me taking so much action from misalignment and struggling so much has been a massive part of my journey and my understanding to know that it does not create your force, your push, your hustle. Yes, you will eventually get some movement, some success, because as you take some of the actions, you start to believe more in the things that you're doing, and that creates more success. But there's a much easier way, right? Tune in, align your energy, and trust the intuition you get from there, right? Allow things to be a bit more spontaneous, allow things to flow more. That is when things will truly light up, things will shift in a powerful way when you are taking action from a place of alignment, not from hustle and exhaustion, right? So those things the exhaustion, the hustle can stop when you are in alignment and you allow things to flow easier, right? You allow things to flow easier. It's a beautiful place. It's a beautiful place to just be able to trust that things are always working out for you and that you will be guided. From that place of alignment, you will be guided. I hope that has helped as a first little introduction. We'll be diving over these episodes a lot deeper into alignment, into vibrational alignment, into intuition, all of those things. But I hope this has been a great introduction. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for tuning in to today's episode. I hope you loved what you heard here and are excited for your expansion. If it resonated with you, then please screenshot this podcast and share it with your friends. And hashtag Soul Aligned Business Babes. And please rate and review so I can spread the word and keep bringing you more goodness. If you're not already following me on social media, come and join the party for extra inspiration and teachings. I do live trainings in my Facebook group, which you can join at facebook.com/groups/soulaligned.bb. You can follow me on Instagram at I am Susan Francis, or come to my website at susanfrancis.com.au and download your free manifestation meditation and check out what programs I'm currently offering. I'm so excited you joined me here today and can't wait to share the next episode with you. Until then, remember you are powerful beyond measure and your success is inevitable.